Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, we're off to Wisconsin on a whitetail rut hunt. November has arrived and the peak of whitetail activity has hit Soggy Acres Signature Lodge. Stay tuned to see how we fare from 20 feet above the waterline, coming up next on Sporting Dog Adventures.
Hey, pretty mama, go and grab the scattered gun. Ramos looking like he's got one more good run. Sips a little shaky, but his heart is still true. Oh, how that dog loves hunting with me and you. Sporting Dog Adventures, run, boy, run. Everything you need is here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
We bought Soggy Acres Signature Lodge a year ago as a waterfowl destination, but it also has a great deer herd. I have always loved hunting big game. Last year I was limited hunting our new property because of an illness. The potential was evident from my kids' past hunts as well as the great images that we had on trail cameras. It was early November and I only had 4 days to hunt. On the first day, we saw deer early and often. As the young 8-pointer left, I began a rattling and grunting sequence. It wasn't long before we sucked him back in. He was looking for a fight, but first, he had to figure out how to get across the river. It was at this point where our young buck saw the decoy buck. He looked for a minute and then decided he had no desire to challenge him.
We're on a deer hunt on our property, Soggy Acres Signature Lodge. We actually got one 8.2 swim across the river and come over to us. He was smaller. He saw our decoy and decided that he didn't want any part of fighting our decoy. The rut is on, the deer are moving. Hope you guys are enjoying the show.
We sat the rest of the day. We mixed in some calling. We saw quite a few deer. We even called another small deer in. This time, it was a spike. It was day 2 of the hunt, and we got out to the stand in a slight rain. We decided to change our buck decoy to a doe decoy to change things up. The rain didn't dampen our spirit, but it did slow down the deer movement.
A day makes. Yesterday we sat on this spot and we had a stable weather pattern, but there were just deer running all over the place. We came back in this morning, same setup, generally same wind, but it rained all night and it has just been dead. Deer hunting is a marathon, so we're gonna stick it out. We're gonna get a deer.
We set up on a different stand in the afternoon. The locals in the area definitely sent us a welcome.
All right, so you're out hunting. You're near a farm, and it's feeding time for the pigs. And you get to listen to the pigs scream as they're yelling for food. We are in basically what I call the pinch point. It's a spot in between railroad tracks and a river, and it funnels the deer through. Hoping we see some. We got some good pictures on game cameras, and at least one shooter on camera. Hope you guys enjoy this part of the show. Listen to the pigs.
The afternoon wore on, and we only had a few deer that we could see off in the distance in the marsh. Day 2 ended with no evening encounters and no mature bucks sighted. Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, we head back out on day 3. We change locations and hopefully we change our luck. We will also bring you a great training tip on getting your dog into shed hunting. All this and more coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures. Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by Heavy Shot, Kansas Department of Wildlife, Parks and Tourism, Waterfowl Wading Systems, Big Dog Mowers, Mech Shooting Sports, The Real Decoy and Fold'em Gear, My Lime Test, Liberty Safe, Boucher Automotive, Conquest Scents, Ahern Mechanical and Fire Protection Contractor, Hadel's Game Calls, American Landmaster, Bradley Smoker, Camo Systems, Argo, and Four Rivers Layout Boats.
So take me along, take me for the ride, 'cause when we're together I'm alive inside. And by all the things you do, your love always shines through. Yeah, all I ever want is you.
Whether you're looking for a champion for the couch or the field, everyone deserves a Soggy dog. For over 60 years, Mech Shooting Sports has been designing, building, and servicing the best shot shell reloaders in the world. Every machine is made with the quality and reliability you expect from Mech products, including the new clay target line. The Mech clay target machines deliver unrivaled precision and consistency, all at a price you can afford. From the reloading bench to the field, Mech Shooting Sports is the brand you trust. Visit mechshootingsports.com. We wake early, set our decoys, then sit in single-digit temperatures all day. It's why Waterfall Wading Systems is my wader of choice. The system is designed to keep you warm in the coldest of weather while also allowing for comfort and free movement. Other great features include the ammo holder, lined hand warmer, and boots with cinch-down buckles. Add in top-notch customer service, and it's clear why Waterfall Wading Systems stands alone in the wader market. B&W trailer hitches, adjustable, multiple ball sizes, completely stows away, and is 100% American made because the best adventures begin with towing. This segment of Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hey, welcome to this week's training tip. This week, we're gonna show you how to get your dog started in shed hunting. Now, this is Memphis. She's 7 months old, and we are bringing her up to be our shed and tracking dog. She actually had a reaction that's not uncommon. She really didn't like picking them up in her mouth, but she loves bumpers. So what we're gonna do is use our shed scent from Conquest and put it on bumpers, and it's gonna do two things: teaching her mouth control, and it's also gonna let her find what we want, which is the shed smell. Now it's simple. She loves retrieving. We're gonna throw the bumper for her, let her pick the bumper up, and she's gonna associate the smell on the bumper with the bumper itself, which is the reward. Now we have multiple bumpers. We're gonna work with her fetching in higher grass with a little bit more cover, and then we'll hide them out in the field and let her find them on a natural hunt. Atta girl, bring it here. Fetch it up, bring it here. And again, not every retrieve is going to be perfect. This is entirely about her finding the bumper with the scent on it. So it's all about making it fun. If we were working an actual trained retriever force fetch, we'd treat this differently, but we just want her to have fun. Good girl. Once we have her where she is worked with on trained retrieve on the sheds, she's going to be field ready. Good girl. We put Memphis away. Now we're going to take our antler scented bumpers. We're going to put them out in our small field and let her basically do a hunt and find them. Again, we're not having much luck with her with the antlers themselves just because she's young and she likes bumpers. So we're gonna use that to our advantage and get her to find the scent. Great thing you can do where you can work with them several times a week doing this, and you don't need antlers. All you need is some good scent from Conquest. Good girl. That's this week's training tip. Now back to the hunt. This year, we've got the Quiet Cat electric bike here at Soggy Acres Signature Lodge. Now, this bike is a phenomenal way to scout both waterfowl and deer. It lets you get into the area, check things, and it's quiet and scent-free. As far as hunting, pretty much speaks for itself. When you're on a bike, the deer don't know what you are. So you can basically zip into your spot and not spook deer. I've literally had deer that they watched the bike go by with me on it, went to my stand, and then saw them relaxed 5 minutes later. If you want a way to get around where you're scent-free and with ease to your hunting stands as well as scouting, you need to check out the QuietKat.
It's a new season, and I'm learning our property at Soggy Acres Signature Lodge for deer this year. So we're going to sit in a lot of different stands. We are going to try a bunch of different spots, and we're going to see if we can take a nice mature deer.
It's day 3 of our hunt, and we're now on a stand that is on a trail that goes from the bedding area to a food source. As we're in the stand, you could see that the deer were definitely favoring the Argo Trail so that they could get through the dense marsh. It still was a tough walk for them though. The day wore on and the deer continued to move around our stand. It was amazing how the deer would just pop out of the marsh at any time. You had to stay alert and be on your toes. Let's take a break from the action and learn another puppy fact brought to you by Soggy Acres Retrievers.
The size of a Labrador Retriever's litter is influenced by a variety of factors. Litters can be as small as 1 or 2 pups, but typically average about 8. Some labs can have huge litters ranging from 12 to even 14 puppies. Can you imagine feeding 14 babies?
We were nearing the end of the day. We had about an hour left in our hunt. We had several small bucks that were cruising the area. Then we had a very old mature deer step out of the marsh. I'm now watching this old grizzled veteran of the marsh who is so old that his horns are almost straight up, and thinking what a cool opportunity it would be if I had a chance to harvest him. You could see why this deer was so old. He stood there for what seemed like an eternity. He wind checked, he watched, he just stood there forever. It was almost a learning process you could get about deer and how wary they are, especially once they're mature. The deer was favoring his right rear leg. Then a doe popped out of the marsh. I'll tell you what, he took off after that doe like nothing was wrong with him. Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, we're going to get our spring food plots ready in this week's Kids Corner. After that, we're going to have day 4 of our hunt from Soggy Acres Signature Lodge, and we'll have some more exciting encounters. All this and more coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures. Antler King Seeds and Attraction, growing bigger bucks and healthier deer for over 30 years. Soggy Acres Signature Lodge is open for business. Our lodge is located in central Wisconsin with several hundred acres of prime habitat. Book a waterfowl and upland hunt with Jeff Fuller and the dogs of Soggy Acres Retrievers. Hunts at the lodge will be filmed, and our guests will be part of the TV show Sporting Dog Adventures. If you're looking for a relaxing and unique opportunity, book a hunt with us today. The dogs and I would love to share the field with you. For over 60 years, Mech Shooting Sports has been designing, building, and servicing the best shot shell reloaders in the world. Every machine is made with the quality and reliability you expect from Mech products, including the new clay target line. The Mech clay target machines deliver unrivaled precision and consistency, all at a price you can afford. From the reloading bench to the field, Mech Shooting Sports is the brand you trust. Visit mechshootingsports.com. Here at Soggy Acres, we're long on work, but short on time. When it comes to my lawn, I want to spend more time enjoying it and less time mowing it. That's why I turn to Big Dog. From its handcrafted seat down to its fabricated deck, my Big Dog is quality built right here in the USA. And with an industry-leading warranty and simple maintenance, this dog was bred to work. Make Big Dog part of your family. Big Dog Mower Company. Always loyal, always ready. QuietCat Electric Bikes. Sign up for the sweepstakes giveaway at quietcat.com. This segment of Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hey, welcome to this week's Kids Corner. This week, Callahan and I are going to put in a deer hunting food plot, and we put them in as a series throughout the season, and a lot of it here depends on how wet it is. We're really wet right now, so we've got one right behind the house that we're going to put in, and we are going to put in something called Honey Hole from Antler King and get it established so that we have a premier plot throughout the summer as well as into December and January when we get into late season hunting. You ready, Cal?
Yep.
Cal sprayed this before about a week ago. We got it all set, and now we're going to mow it down, and then we're going to till it, and then we're going to seed it. He's back there, he's putting in the food plot. He's my one that's not working age yet, so he's going to be the food plot helper this year and duck blind guy, and it's really going to help him learn about the sport, and he's going to enjoy it more with what he's putting into it. It is borderline too wet to put a plot in, but I really want to get something in so that we have the deer here all summer. We actually have a dry period coming up, so the moisture in the soil is going to make it really prime with the temperatures that we have next week to get a good start. Cal's got everything tilled, so now you're going to seed. All right, this is for a ½ acre.
All right.
We are a ¼ acre. I'm thinking you're going to probably overseed, which is fine. When you're running the seeder, it's about 6 feet wide where the seeds spread. Every time you go, you move over 6 feet. Does that make sense?
Yep.
As Cal struggles with the seeder in the background, putting in his first food plot all by himself, he's learning, and it's a lot of fun. That's this week's Kids Corner. Now back to the hunt. Day 4 of our hunt had us out on the same spot. Now, we had a great encounter with a great deer that unfortunately was on the wrong side of the stand. It came in from a direction I didn't anticipate, and I had a camera guy that was in the way of the shot. Oh, the fun of filming hunts. We ended up seeing the 10-pointer again about 30 minutes later, but we could not call him in. We sat the rest of the day and we had a few more encounters. It was close to 4 p.m. when our old grizzled buck appeared on the trail, and he began to walk right to us. Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, will I finally connect on the old grizzled veteran of the swamp? Or will the deer not cooperate? You'll have to stay tuned to find out, coming up next on Sporting Dog Adventures.
If you're looking for a puppy,
Training or want to use one of our stud dogs,
contact us at soggyacres.com.
I've been training dogs since 1998. I love what I do, and I love sharing the incredible results with my clients. Soggy Acres has 23 dog-friendly acres, including 3 ponds, varying cover, plus kennels with both heat and air. Our property and proven training methods prepare the dog and handler as they head for the field. We also offer stud service for your own litters with the dogs you see right here on Sporting Dog Adventures TV. Raise your expectations. Contact Soggy Acres Retrievers. For over 60 years, Mech Shooting Sports has been designing, building, and servicing the best shot shell reloaders in the world. Every machine is made with the quality and reliability you expect from Mech products, including the new clay target line. The Mech clay target machines deliver unrivaled precision and consistency, all at a price you can afford. From the reloading bench to the field, Mech Shooting Sports is the brand you trust. Visit mechshootingsports.com. When Rommel was approached to accept the role of spokes dog for Big Dog Mowers, he knew it was imperative to do his research. Rommel went straight to the source and personally toured the plant in Kansas. He met the people on the assembly line. He saw the importance of the American quality and pride put into these mowers. Rommel is proud to announce Big Dog as the mower for your family or commercial needs. This message is approved by Rommel, a canine smarter than your average political candidate. The bounty of the harvest is one reason we hunt.
High Mountain Seasonings offers everything we need to make the most out of our meat, wild or domestic.
To find High Mountain Seasonings in your area,
go to himtnjerky.com.
This segment of Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by these fine sponsors. This product profile is on the Argo Avenger. This is a must-have on our property, Soggy Acres Signature Lodge. Rugged, sure-footed, and it's got more than enough power to get us to our blinds and do what we need while we're out on our hunts. Whether it's waterfowl or big game, with the tracks that we have, we can get anywhere in our marsh. Literally, it's a go-anywhere kind of vehicle. You're looking at a vehicle that has a 30-horse liquid cool engine. We've got the tracks, it's got the Argo Admiral steering transmission, and this vehicle can carry up to 935 pounds. Another great feature is that it includes a 3,500 pound Warn winch. And if you need to move something, the Argo Avenger has you covered. If you're looking for a vehicle that can go anywhere, like we can, check out the Argo Avenger. It was day 4 of our hunt and the second day sitting on the stand. So far on the stand, we've seen 2 shooter bucks. Now, we had a great old buck coming right down the trail to us. He's taking his time. He's stopping, he's scent checking. At one point he turned and I thought he wasn't gonna come in. It took an eternity for him to get within range, and once he was, it was the moment of truth.
Very cool deer. You know, a lot of people would have passed on him. Two things. One, he's old. It's an accomplishment to take an old deer. That is what got me excited about him. The other, he's injured. He's got a bad leg. So I made the decision that if I had a chance at him, I'd take him. And I'm happy with him. You know, he's probably not going to go on my wall. But the hunt is what matters. And this was a hunt I'll always remember.
What do you do when you take a great animal deep in the marsh? You bring in the heavy equipment.
If you got an Argo, you can absolutely go anywhere. We literally are back in the middle of a cattail swamp. It gets us in here. There's a little bit of dry land, and the deer just love it. They eat it up. They're back in here. We saw, I think, 12 different bucks in 2 days on this stand. Awesome hunt. Hope you guys enjoy this show. Stay tuned for next week's High Flying Adventures.
Next week on Sporting Dog Adventures, we bring you a great waterfowl and upland hunt from Soggy Acres Signature Lodge. It's the opener for Wisconsin duck hunting, and we're out with the group from Heavy Shot. We put their great ammo to the test on some ducks and pheasants. Don't miss our high flying action coming up next week on Sporting Dog Adventures. Remember to check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This year, our social media contest is only on YouTube. You have to be a subscriber to win. If you're a subscriber, you can get some great prizes from our sponsors. Closed captioning is brought to you by Hadel's Game Calls. I've always hunted the deer herd and the, yeah, that was awful. Scumming up. Come on now, let's get serious here. Ready?